Hi, I hope that you are having a lovely day. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we're going to be working with muscle testing for subconscious interference. It's kind of like doing an internal scan. And why do I say internal? Because we have the conscious part of us, and then we have the subconscious part of us. See, on this image, the conscious part is above the black line. And beneath the black line is the subconscious part. So what happens when you and I go through an experience is that the door between the conscious and the subconscious slams shut. It's like if there was an emergency and you and I rush to slam the door to keep ourselves safe, and then the emergency ends, but nobody bothers to tell us. And so we keep the door shut. And so there is no communication between the conscious and the subconscious taking place. And the subconscious keeps the body, all the systems within the body, functioning as if the alarm is still going off. And when the body is doing that, then obviously it cannot go back to uh, a settled nervous system. It can't go back to homeostasis, to creating the chemicals that we need to be healthy. So, 95% of your life and mine is dictated by the subconscious, right? It's not like you and I walk around saying, I don't want to have any money. I don't want to be healthy. I don't want to have harmonious relationships. So, the way that the system is designed to clue us in to what is in the subconscious is to project what is happening internally onto the screen of life. So it's not for you and me to become apprehensive or afraid of what we're noticing happening in life. It's a feedback loop designed to clue us in. Hey, there's something going on within the subconscious, some belief, some unresolved emotion, some still ongoing emergency that is causing us to have this experience in our outer everyday life. So, this is a picture, it's a selfie of all of us, right? The top portion of the image is our higher self, and then the image at the lower part is the physical body. So the I am presence, your soul, your higher self projects itself into the physical body. So we have a higher self, we have a soul, we have a physical body, and we have a mind, right? We're mind, body, breath, mind, body, spirit complexes. So wouldn't it be great to get all three to work together coherently on the same page? So that is why we would um, do this next step of muscle testing to see what needs to get cleared, and then an exercise called the MPower Step. That by putting our bodies into these contralateral positions while doing this breathing technique, it turns off the alarm and it opens the trap door between the conscious and the subconscious so that communication can get established. And the conscious part knows, hey, the emergency is over. Everybody in the body go back to doing what you're meant to do, right? Generating the right chemistry for us to feel healthy and balanced, etc. So let's see. There are 5 emotions that we're going to be testing for, and there's an acronym for it. And the word is false. And it stands for F is for fear, A is for anger, L is for love, S is for sadness, E is for enjoyment. And you might wonder, how could enjoyment ever cause any trouble? And so here's an example. When I was a kid, we moved into a new house with a big garage, and I found a projector. And so I had a great idea. I was going to show movies in the garage and charge 25 cents. And when I got it all up and ready and I invited all the neighborhood kids, my mom came home, kicked everybody out, and then proceeded to give me a spanking. So my subconscious then registered me having fun, enjoyment, um, as as a 9-year-old entrepreneur. So it registered A, don't have fun, it's not safe. B, don't make money, it gets you in trouble, right? Don't take chances on yourself. So the subconscious can record one experience in many ways. And then I wonder why, as I become an adult, I have money issues, why I seem to not have a good time, even if I'm surrounded by great people. My nervous system just can't seem to relax. So there's likely something stored in the subconscious that has, and then can you imagine, right? I'm 50 something, and this happened when I was 9. So the alarms have been going off for 40 something years, and the message has not been able to get through to the consciousness because the trap door got slammed, that the emergency is over, that experience finished a long time ago. So we want to get this door to open so that there can be communication between the conscious and the subconscious. And then we want to go into the basement of the subconscious and clear out these unprocessed emotions or clear out these beliefs that got established so that you and I can experience life in a much more pleasurable, abundant, healthy manner. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to test for the 5 emotions. And there's one action that we as human beings do that trips us up, that causes that door to slam shut, that causes subconscious interference, and that is judgment. Right? One of the first things that Reverend Michael said to me when I first arrived, because of his mind reading abilities, I was coming out of the ladies' room in the hallway, and he said to me, "Do you know what your problem is?" And I was like, "No, but I have a feeling you're about to tell me." And he says, "You're too judgmental." So what happens when we judge? Let me show you. Here's the physical body, right? And we have an energy field around the physical body. When you and I have experiences like the one that I was describing when I was 9, and I didn't know how to process it, I didn't have the tools, it creates like this little gap in the energy field. And every time that you and I judge, it adds to the gaps or these blocks in our energy field. And so instead of the energy being able to move through our system the way that it was designed to, it then has to go up and around all these little blocks of unprocessed emotions or judgments, right? It's almost like it stores everything in the energy field. So with this exercise, you and I start to come in and clean house because what happens is this energy field then projects itself onto the screen of life, and it can show up as we're walking outside and all we did was step off the sidewalk, but we stepped incorrectly and we broke our ankle caused by one of these things. Or I just can't seem to stay out of financial debt, one of these things. I have a lot of challenges in my relationships. I'm not able to communicate. Something else, right? So as you and I start to clean house, we don't experience the wobble in our everyday reality because the energy is robust and it's flowing through the system the way that it was designed to. And if you and I are not dealing with emergencies on an everyday basis, then guess what? All of this energy is free for you and I to create a life that we enjoy with abundance in all areas, in all the structures. So as things are happening in our lives on the outside, what if we didn't take it personally? What if we used it as a feedback loop? Like there might be something stored in the subconscious that's trying to get my attention just so that I can clear it. So let's say that we're going to come up with like a positive intention for our present reality. And for me, it would be like, I am healthy and whole. And so I'm going to test with my eyes open. So this is how we would muscle test. You can do this where you do the rings, right? If that works for you. For me, I just do this. Um, and we can start by testing for your name so that you can notice the difference. So my name is Cynthia. It stays strong. It's a truth. And there's no interference with it. My name is Jacqueline. It breaks. So now think of a positive intention for yourself. Does it have to do with one of the structures? Uh, Body temple, right? My body temple is healthy and whole. It broke right away for me, right? My finances are great. Okay, that one stayed strong. So the other thing too is that because we're working with the higher self, when we're muscle testing, it's this part of us that is informing us what is in priority to be cleared. So we might be having issues in two or three areas simultaneously, but as we're muscle testing, it's your own higher self, your own I am presence, letting you know what's in priority to be cleared today. So today, is it my health? Yeah, I'm healthy and whole. It doesn't stay strong, right? So now we're going to muscle test to see which of the five emotions, or is it the word judgment that is causing the interference? So is it fear? Is it anger? Is it love? Is it sadness? Okay. Had it not broken at sadness, I would have checked for enjoyment. And then last, I would have checked for judgment. So I'm going to clear sadness. So now I'm going to put my body in a contralateral position while we're holding our breath and doing the central channel breath to clear it. So the central channel breath, just as a reminder, is you engage the four anchor points within the central channel. And so let me show you. It's like you're going to constrict the muscles inside the body in these areas. So the first one is here. For ladies, it's your Kegel muscle. For men, it's the sphincter muscle. And you're going to squeeze it slightly. Then the next one would be at the level of the heart, and you just push your shoulders back slightly, and that anchors you in the heart. And then we're going to do the chin, and here's the chin at normal. That's how you anchor the chin. There's normal. You bring it back by about an inch. And then the third eye. So the central channel breath, you engage these four. So let's do it together. So squeeze your Kegel muscle, push your shoulders back, bring your chin back. Close your eyes and look at the center of your forehead. And then we're going to draw the breath in from above your head into your belly through your nose. And then exhale down through the soles of the feet into the earth. Keeping the four anchor points engaged, but do it softly. You don't want to feel contracted and constricted. Now breathe up from the center of the earth into your belly through your nose. And exhale through the crown into the heavens. One more time, breathing in from overhead into your belly. Exhaling down to the center of the earth. And breathing up from the earth into the belly. And exhaling through the crown. Okay. So that's the central channel breath, which you're going to need later. Now we're going to go and put our bodies into these contralateral positions because it gives us access to the subconscious. It opens up the door. So we're going to start by stepping forward with the right leg. And if it's the right leg that's out, it's like hip width apart. You bend your knee slightly, and then you bring your arms out in front of you. And the opposite arm of the leg stays in the front, and the other one goes to the back at a 45-degree angle so that both thumbs are facing the ceiling. Okay. Now you're going to tilt your head towards the thumb that's out in front of you. And then you're going to close the eye, the right eye. So the same eye as the leg closes. And now you're going to engage the mula bandha, the Kegel muscle. Push your shoulder blades back to activate the heart. Bring your chin slightly back. And then we're going to take a breath in from above our head into our belly through the nose. And exhale down into the earth. I forgive and release, and then breathe up from the earth into the belly. And exhale through the crown. While thinking, I forgive and release the interference caused by the emotion that came up. So for me, it's sadness. Forgiving, releasing, and embracing any interference, known or unknown, conscious or subconscious, as it pertains to the vibration of, and then fill in the emotion, or if it was judgment for you. And we're going to do another breath up from the earth. And exhale through the crown. And breathing in from overhead into the belly. And exhale down into the earth. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 2 full breaths, and then you change sides. So now we're going to step forward with the left leg. Arms come out in front. Opposite arm stays in the front. So my left leg is out, so then that means my right arm stays in the front. Left arm opens to the back. I tilt my head to the right. I close my left eye and start central channel breathing while I say these words. I forgive, release, and embrace any interference, known or unknown, conscious or subconscious, as it pertains to the vibration of, and then fill in your blank. While I breathe in from overhead. Arms down. And you want to do it twice on each side. So we're going to do the right side again. Right arm out, left arm stays, opposite arm goes to the back. I tilt my head, same side as the arm. I close the opposite eye, and I start central channel breathing. I forgive, release, and embrace any interference, known or unknown, conscious or subconscious, as it pertains to the vibration of, and fill in your word. 1, 2, up, out. One more time. One more time, up. Arms down, legs together. Last time on the left-hand side. So twice on each side. Left leg out. Right arm in the front. Left arm in the back. Tilting your head, closing the left eye. Taking a deep breath in from overhead. Exhale down into the earth. Continue breathing. I forgive and release any interference, known or unknown, conscious or subconscious, as it pertains to the frequency and vibration of sadness. And then with your legs together, bring your hands up in the shape of a Y. Take a deep breath in. And say, I am. And then bring your legs down, arms down. And then let's come back and muscle test to see if we cleared for sadness. So I am clear and integrated for sadness. Eyes open. And then with your eyes closed, I am clear and integrated for sadness. Had it gone weak, then that would have meant that there was still interference, that it had not been cleared. And I would go back and do that again. So this is your internal scanning, right? If you have any questions, just ask Alma, and she can give you my email address. I can answer any questions for you. And I'll also send her the written instructions for this exercise for you guys to have. Enjoy the rest of the master class. Hopefully, you join us for the course, the 21-day to yourself mastery, as we share additional techniques. And then we're going to get together in person for the 2-day retreat in LA, where we're going to go through experiential exercises so that you get it at a level of embodiment. And then we're going to have a sweat lodge. So I would love to see you in person.